Hey guys, today I thought of discussing with you on a thing which is called a cap table. Now, cap table is something which is used by the private equity and venture capital companies in order to understand what is the percentage of shared liquidation that is going to happen in context of some infusion of funds that's going to happen by external sources, which may be a private equity or maybe a IPO or a VC or angel funding and so on. So over here, as we get to see, these are the EBITDA figures. So first of all, let's start from the left. So first of all, it's the idea, and then the once the idea is started off by or it is brought into shape by, say, the CEO, CFO, and CEO of the company, who has respective shareholding of 40%, 30%, and 30%. Then the friends and family infuse money, right? So, say the pre-money valuation of the company was $750,000, and an investment was looked for from friends and family to the tune of $250,000. So the total post money valuation gets to be $10 lakh, right? So over here, if we come, we get to see D9 by D28. So we'll see what D28 is. As we see over here, it's D28 is the number of shares owned by friends and family, which we are getting to see over here to be 15 lakhs, right? So D9 is your pre-money, the investment that is bought divided by the amount bought, the number of shares owned by friends and family. So the share price gets to be 0.17. So likewise, if you understand this computation, the same computation goes on for all the years till this place, right? So this is the amount of fund that is bought by friends and family. This is the amount of funds taken up from the angel funding, $5 lakh. This is from the Series A of venture capital funding, which is around about $20 lakh, and IPO sets about almost 3 lakh, 3 crore 30 lakhs, right? 3 crore 30 lakhs in terms of dollars, which is the amount that has got generated, has come as investment through IPO, right? So now let us look into this section of it. So here we are getting to see the number of shares that are owned. That is what is mentioned over here. It is distributed between CEO, CFO, COO, CIO, CMO, Director of Business Development, Director of Operations, Director of Marketing, employees, other employees, okay, and option plans. So suppose if they are asking for ESOPs and all, so if they have come up with ESOPs, so that is the pool, right? So this total gets to be around about 60,000. Yeah, sorry, no, 60,000 is 60 lakhs, right? Yeah, so it's 60 lakh shares that is owned, right? And the value of holdings in that case now gets to be, if you understand one computation, you'll be understanding the rest of it. So as you see over here, D11 into D17, right? So D17 is for the CEO, it's 10 lakh shares into D11, that is the number of share price. So that is how it's computed. So if you see for the CFO part of it, it's D11 again. D11 is the share price into D18, that is 7,50,000, is that is the number of shares that is owned, right? So this total gets to be 10 lakh dollars, right? That's the amount. That is the post money valuation. It was going to be as similar as the post money valuation, right? So this shows how it's getting divided between the different set of people who is joining as the business is progressing. So then comes the angel funding. So the angel funders, as we see over here, they are getting an additional amount of shares, which is also 15 lakh, right? They bring $5 lakh, and in a similar way, the way it's computed over here, it is also computed in a similar manner at this place. So this is the $25 lakh of capitalization which is happening, which is also equal to the post money valuation. So rest of the calculations, if you have understood these two columns, the rest of the computation remains the same till here. So over here we get to see VCA brings about 30 lakh dollars, right? And over here we get to see that through IPO it is 46 lakh $20,000 that is brought over here, right? So if you see over here how the computation is happening, you see sum of age 17 to age 29. Age 17 to age 29 is this part, right? This part, right? So this summation is done into I9. I9 is what? I9 is 28.6%, right? So this percentage and divided by I8, which is I8 is with what? This is 71.4%, right? This is how you are getting into the computation of number of shares that has to be held by the friends and family, and by the angel funds, and by venture capital. If you want to understand over here how this computation is happening, this is H8 by H10. So H8 stands for your pre-money valuation, by H10 is the total valuation that is happening, right? So this is a composition of H8 to H9, right? Just a second. The post money valuation, right? So H8 by H10. So H8 is your pre-money valuation divided by your post money valuation. That is how it is coming up. And these are the inputted figures. The one which are placed as in blue are the inputted figures, right? So this is how the entire computation is happening till this extent. Then we understand that in year 3, year 4 and year 5, say the company is trying to exit at a multiple of 5x. So 5x means 5 into EBITDA. So the EBITDA in year 3 says 22,56,011, then 5x gets to be 1,12,80,055. In a similar manner, 5x for year 4 is where EBITDA is 61,57,476. The EBITDA, the 5x multiple is 3,07,87,382. Right? In a similar manner, year 5 is computed. So the same figure gets to be this 1,12,855, or say 3,07 lakhs. This figure gets to be as similar as what is over here, right? So over here we are getting to see the amount which is in terms of value of holdings, right? So we get to see over here that this amount of money, which is something which you would be able to understand basis the number of shares, L11 into L30, that is your share price into number of shares. If you just multiply that, you would be able to get the total value, right? And the total value should be equal, so the total capitalization should be equal to the value of 5x out here, right? So once you understand this column of calculation, the rest remains the same, the calculation for the other two columns, right? And so this is how the computation is done, right? So I would share this Excel file with you so that you can go through the file at your if you want to go through it at your leisure, right? So I hope that you have understood the essence of a cap table. The essence of the cap table is to make a person understand that how the shares are going to get distributed over a period of time, and how the final valuation would stand up, and so number of shares as well as the value of holdings by each of the constituents, how it's going to spread up as more number of investors are coming up in the scheme of things, right? So I hope you would spend some time to understand the calculations and the dynamics. I hope I could make myself clear as to how the computation is done in this regard. So see you in some other video. Thanks a lot.